Hypervigilance. Red alert! Welcome to SIEN. Hypervigilance is your brain's method to try and keep you out of harm's way by being highly alert and aware of your surroundings, constantly looking for and assessing potential threats to you. It is a biological adaptation to stress, and in one way it functions in looking forward, looking for and anticipating looming threats. This is associated with anxiety disorders. In another iteration, it looks back, a reminder of a previous threat. This is associated with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, or other trauma manifestations. You can also be hypervigilant in the context of a relationship, especially if it's a relationship that historically has been difficult to navigate. So you anticipate a problem at any second. I'm going to focus on the type of hypervigilance that's associated with chronic stress and anxiety. The reason for this is I've noticed quite a lot of people seem to be exhibiting hypervigilance and they're completely unaware of it. It really is no wonder, considering that we've had to be hypervigilant the last few years. But sometimes something starts for one reason and persists even when that reason is no longer so relevant. My hope is that by becoming aware and identifying hypervigilance in yourself and your loved ones, you can take steps to change that. Hypervigilance generally presents when you're feeling unsafe, unsure, or out of your comfort zone for whatever reason. So what might happen when you feel uncertain is you could experience an irrational or exaggerated fear over a person, a situation, or an event. This fear can cause your nervous system to be excessively aware or scanning for threats around you. You may be filled with a feeling of something bad is about to happen, and you're unable to relax in your environment. Now, you may be perfectly safe, but this hypervigilance creates a feedback loop. As you're looking for a specific threat, you feel more anxious, and as you feel more anxious, you look for more threats, and on it goes. Since your nervous system is primed for danger, there must be danger, so you keep looking. To find the threat, you may focus intently on people's expressions or tone of voice. And in this state of readiness, you may latch onto and react to harmless things. And since you feel under threat, you are more sensitive. So you may take things more personally and even have an emotional outburst. Remember, anger is also an emotion. Fearing the worst without an obvious cause, without an obvious threat, can lead you to catastrophize things, or believe that the worst possible outcome is the most likely one. You may obsessively avoid certain situations or social interactions, or have an increased startle reflex. You're more jumpy. And anything that interferes with your senses, like sound, will make you feel more anxious because this inhibits your ability to find the threat. Being in this state of high alert is exhausting and can interfere with your health, since you may have difficulty switching off and sleeping, and you might even have elevated blood pressure. So what to do? I've made some videos with advice on how to deal with chronic stress. All of these tools will be useful as well, but being aware of your hypervigilance is the first step. Thank you so much for watching. Live long and prosper.